Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chandana Banerjee, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to come up with age appropriate activities for your homeschool. Now, a lot of people come to me and ask me, what kind of activities can you suggest for my child who is, let's say, 8 years old or 10 years old or 12 years old, etc. Now, instead of giving a ready made answer, because I do not believe that cookie cutter activities will fit every child, my answer to them is how they can come up with their own activities for their own children. Because I believe that you and me, as homeschooling parents, know our kids much better than any other person from outside. So if somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, your son is 7 years old, and let me tell you, these are the activities you should do with your child in your homeschool," I'm not sure whether that would work for me. And in the same way, I'm sure that if I was to recommend a set of activities to you, that may or may not work for you completely. Okay, so instead of going for ready made lists of activities or enrolling our children in online classes and multiple online classes, why not come up with a plan that suits them much better and suits us much better as well? Are you ready to get on with this video? Before we do, let me request you to subscribe to my channel for more homeschooling videos and more videos on creating a work from home solopreneur lifestyle and a joyful stay at home life. Now, and a little introduction in case you're watching my video for the first time. I'm a homeschooling mom to a 7 year old, and we've been homeschooling in the long run for a long time. And well, not for a long time, but almost 2.5 to 3 years. So, though that time is not as long as, let's say, what a veteran homeschooler would say, what I would say is that in this time I have come from this place where I was also looking for ready-made activities for my son, to a place where now I'm looking to create learning experiences which are based on his interests and based on my interests and based on the interests of our family. And I feel that is a more organic way of homeschooling, because you are never at a loss for what to do with your child. Now, here are a few tips on how you can create your own bespoke homeschooling experiences and activities for your children without really going in for a lots of ready-made worksheets or lists of what you can do. So here's up. One of the ways would be, before you get on with what activities you want your kids to do, think about what is it that you want from your homeschool. Are you homeschooling in a way where you are actually just replicating the classroom experience in your house? Are you homeschooling because you're preparing your child for the NIOS exam, which he will take probably in the 10th? Or are you homeschooling because you would also like your child to learn organically and also get lots of free playtime? Or are you interested in creating a more interest led learning experience? Or are you basing your homeschooling on a very strict syllabus? Knowing what you want out of your homeschool is the first step before you go for a homeschooling ready-made curriculum, or create or buy or create a activity list for your children based on what you want from your homeschool. Then you can proceed in creating a homeschooling experience for your kids. Now, the next thing, when you're creating or looking for activities for your children in your homeschool, I would highly encourage you to follow your child's interest or your children's interests. I think children learn best when they are encouraged to follow their own interest and follow their own heart. We feel that children are frittering away time when they're playing, but if you observe closely, you will see that so much of learning gets done when they are following their own interests and when they are encouraged to dabble in things that they enjoy. So look, make a list of things that your children enjoy. For example, my son loves science, and not as science, but because he loves to make toys out of trash. And my husband spends every weekend helping him put together little robos and little machines out of cardboard, cardboard rolls, packaging material, ice cream sticks, cardboard tubes, and little motors and wires that he purchases on Amazon. My child also enjoys art, but he loves to do art with me. He doesn't like to spend a lot of time doing art on his own. But he this is an activity we both enjoy together. So we spend almost every homeschooling morning at least an hour, hour and a half on a art project, and it's been very fulfilling. In the same way, he also enjoys looking at books, and we spend some time going through a basket full of books in the morning. Your children may have different interests, so find out what is it that they like and create your activities based on that. Another tip that I would share is also look at your own interests. If your child enjoys something and you do not enjoy it one bit, it is difficult to come together, in a project. For example, I do not enjoy science at all, but my husband does, which is why he's the one who does the science projects with him. If I was to sit and do science projects with him, I'm not sure whether I would be able to encourage him or inculcate that enthusiasm, or even nudge him forward in that subject. So it is important that even you enjoy. Now, if both you and your husband are homeschooling, or you and your partner are homeschooling, you all can see what each of your interests are and collaborate with your child accordingly. Another way to have activities or design activities is encourage them to help you around the house. We, I think, a lot of times shelter our kids from helping around the house, but I think it's a fantastic way. It is an activity in itself. Whether you let them lay the table out before meal times, or help them when let them help when you're baking, or even teach them simple skills like peeling or chopping a cucumber or rolling out a roti, simple things, or even cleaning. Let's say they complete an activity with you, then how to clean a shelf, or how to clean their own room, or how to clean their toys, simple things like that. Ask them to help you, look after the house with you. It is a very important skill as they grow up, and you can only choose activities which are age appropriate or what they enjoy doing. But instead of always looking for ready made activities outside the house for them or online for them, home economics itself is an activity in that can be wonderful. My son often helps me when I'm baking, and he is becoming quite a little baker himself. And when we are baking, I have also taught him how to clean up after we are done with baking. I encourage him to lay the table, and which he sometimes does, sometimes he doesn't. And we are encouraging him to clean his own room, and put books and toys in their places after he's done. So some of these tasks might take some nudging. I would suggest do not nag, because kids don't really listen to nagging. And instead nudge them towards this, encourage them. And also when you are working in the house, let's say you're putting out clothes in the sun to dry, ask them to put out their own clothes maybe with you. So just make it part of their own routine. Another thing would be build in a lot of playtime in their routine, because I don't know, in India at least I have seen that playtime in kids is not really encouraged much. People think that kids are wasting time if they're playing, but a lot of learning happens, a lot of skill development happens when they're playing. So give them free reign to play in their time, and build in those times during your homeschool routine. So that itself, their own free play, is an activity in itself. Now, if you want to find activities what others are doing, or you want to really research your activities, I would suggest get onto YouTube. Type out the age and what activity you're looking for. So, for example, green crafts for a 10-year-old. Example. So, type in something like that and look at the videos that come up. Again, a word of caution: whenever you're searching online, these days there is too much of information online. And instead of getting overwhelmed, use the information online to inspire you, which means you can probably just put a timer on that you will look online for maybe 10-15 minutes, and just glance at all the ideas that come, and then be done with it. After that, give yourself some time to come up with your own ideas. Some of the things that you see on YouTube, you might want to replicate that activity at home, or that may just be like a launch pad to another activity that you think of based on that. Another good place to look for activities is on Pinterest. Again, Pinterest is like a treasure trove of ideas. So don't let it overwhelm you. Just look for inspiration for a short while and then create a board, keep collecting those ideas, and then just use that to inspire you to come up with activities based on what your child enjoys doing. Look at homeschool blogs. There are so many good homeschool blogs that have beautiful activities to look through. And if you would like a list of all of these interesting places, I have a free download on my blog. And in this download, I have 60 online resources for any homeschooling parent who would like to encourage their kids in different areas. So, to download that ebook, you can go to my blog, which is chandanabanerjee.com, and pop in your email ID and subscribe to my blog, and then download this PDF. I will be leaving a link below, so do check that out. Another place that I will ask you to look for ideas would be my own YouTube channel. I have quite a few homeschooling videos here, and there are some which are exclusively on how to create fun activities at home for your kids. So don't forget to check those out and subscribe to my channel if you would continue to receive videos or continue to watch videos on homeschooling and creating a joyful life at home. And also, if you're a homeschooling parent who wants to launch a work from home lifestyle, this is the place for you. So that is all for now. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I will see you in my next video. Again, if you have a question about homeschooling, do leave it in the comment section. If you also have a question about setting up a solopreneur lifestyle at home, you can leave a question below and I will try to make a video or reply to your comment. I'll see you soon. Take care. Until then, bye bye.